What's up, YouTube? It's Detroit John. We're back here with another episode of John Talks. Before we get into it, if you could like, comment, subscribe. If you're not, it would be greatly appreciated. But let's get straight into this video. So I want to talk today about Blake Griffen being bought out, where he's going to go, his potential, and just some things about him that I had to say. And then we're going to move to Jerami Grant, some pretty important things. While we're on this all-star break, I'm going to be providing you guys with some updates and just some things to talk about before we get started back playing. Some things that I think are important. So let's start with Blake. Now, Blake has been bought out, as you guys know, and there's some potential teams, the Trailblazers, the Heat, the Nets, the Warriors, they're all in play, and he's talking to them all, and he's apparently going to make a decision very soon. But I wanted to say this, man. Blake Griffen is not necessarily as bad as you guys think, okay? And that whole him not dunking this year and him taking 5 threes and shooting 22%, that was for a reason, okay? He was preserving his body. He was preserving his energy. Now, I don't blame him. If I was making $36 million a season, that would be my main focus, not necessarily trying to help out a team that's not going anywhere. So let me say this. Last year, the year before, he was phenomenal and he was great. And I really commend him, man, for those seasons where he was trying to make the playoffs when he first came here, and he was, really working his ass off, and he put up those 50-point games and averaged 24 points per game per season. That was when he was really trying to really get to the playoffs and really had something in his mind that, he wanted to do something with this team. Now, this season, we saw a total shift in that. I don't blame him. Again, he was hasn't taken a dunk yet this season, which he will when he goes to the Nets or the Heat. I promise you guys, he'll get right back to that. It was just because he didn't want to waste his energy and he wanted to preserve his body, like I said. But he was shooting 22% from 3, so he was just playing outside, guys. He didn't drive the ball. He didn't do nothing. He was just taking outside shots, missing every one. Didn't care. Didn't do anything like that. Now, that's where I was kind of like, okay, I could see he wants out of Detroit. That was where he was just like, guys, I got to get out of here. And I understand. So Blake Griffen's story here ended this season when he knew that we were not, that we were going into rebuilding mode and that we were not trying to get to the playoffs. We were not trying to put any players around him or do anything like that. He knew what time it was. I do not blame him. Matter of fact, I actually give him praise and credit because he's more a Detroit guy than Andre Drummond ever was. He's more a Detroit guy than Tobias Harris and all these guys ever were. Although Tobias Harris was a Detroit guy, but he was the biggest Detroit guy out of all these guys that I've seen in these last couple years because he fit into the city and he had the work ethic and the mindset. And like I said, those first couple seasons where he was here and he did, do his thing, it was impactful and it was really helpful for our city, man. He really did something for our city coming in here from California and really not taking that Hollywood label and really, adapting and taking that mindset of Detroit. So I really commend him, but I do think, guys, he's going to be dunking. He's going to be, back to that guy again. He's averaging 12 points right now, which is not that bad. He still is that guy that can average 20 points per game. Believe me, it's just a mindset thing. So we're going to see that once he goes on the Heat, once he goes on the not the Lakers, but the Nets or the Trailblazers. Now, nobody, in Detroit is necessarily going to care, but, he'll probably get a ring. Who cares? He did good here. Thank you, Blake. That's what I wanted to say about that. Now, as far as Jerami Grant, I think he is a lock to win Most Improved Player. Now, when you go to the Vegas odds makers, if you go to FanDuel, if you go to any of these players, any of these websites right now, they got him at number 1. They got Christian Wood behind him. They got Julius Randle and Jaylen Brown to follow. But here's the thing, guys. This is not necessarily an award about talent. This is an award about who has taken the biggest leap, who has improved their numbers the most, and it's been Jerami Grant. He averaged 12 points last season, 13 before that, and really under 10 every season before that. So he has gone from 12 points last season to now 23. He's improved his rebounds. He's improved his assists, his shooting percentage, pretty much everything, okay? So he has taken the biggest leap in the NBA. It's not even close. And once again, it's not about who is the most talented because then Julius Randle and Jaylen Brown will win. It's about who has who has taken their numbers to the best place. So let me say this just to finish this off. They're talking about trading Jerami Grant. I don't necessarily want that to happen. I don't see why that should happen. He's 26. He's versatile. He plays defense and he can shoot the ball. And he can do it at a high level. I don't see why he can't fit in our future and why he doesn't have a place in our future. But if he does have to be traded and if the deal is that good, then okay, I can see that if the deal is that good. We are in rebuilding mode and we are open to options. So let me take 2 situations that I found just to end off this video. Let me tell you guys, they offered us Miles Turner This is the Pacers. They offer us Miles Turner and a protected first round pick. On its face, that doesn't work. That's not going to work for us, okay? We need at least 2 first round picks and a young player. Once again, we need at least 2 first round picks or 2 young players in a first round pick. But it's got to be really a hefty, pretty penny for this guy. He is ascending. He is one of the hottest players in the NBA this season, really, because he hasn't stopped this 20-point streak that he's been on. And I think he's top 5 in 20-point games this season. So he has done it from day one of putting on a Pistons jersey right now. I mean, this mindset that he has of becoming a number 1 option has really taken over his entire being. And if he does go to the Celtics, or if he does go to the Pacers, I want to talk about the Celtics next, he will change those teams. And so I really do think the value is there. But I want to talk about the Celtics, who I do think that they actually potentially may have a case. And this is the last thing I want to end this off with, is Aaron Naismith, Peyton Pritchard, a first-round pick. But that's what I want. They offered Aaron Naismith 2022, 2024, and 2025. So it's some years apart, but they offered 3 first-round picks in Aaron Naismith and potentially Romeo Langford to adjust the money. That is okay. I like that. I like 3 first-round picks. I would actually take that. 3 first-round picks and Aaron Naismith. That's good to me. That puts us in a good position the next 3-4 years down the line, man. A really good position, okay? So I actually like that, flipping Jerami Grant for 4 first-round picks. If that can happen, I'm okay with it. But what I like more is a Peyton Pritchard and Aaron Naismith and a first-round pick. I would like that. I would like 2 young players that can play now. We do need a player now. But if that's what it takes, 3 first-round picks, and I know Danny Ainge, he's liable to do it. He likes cataclysmic, seismic changes in his team, and he's been known to give away 3 first-round picks for a player. So we've seen it with that whole Paul Pierce debacle. So tell me what you guys think. Like, comment, subscribe. I think Jerami Grant is most improved. It's a lock. You guys might as well put your money on it. And Blake Griffen is he's gonna go to the Nets or the Warriors, and he's gonna get a ring, guys. And he's gonna be back to dunking. He's gonna be back to high flying because he hasn't lost his legs. You don't lose it in one season. That's not how basketball works. Okay, it was a conscious decision, and that's okay. I would have done the same thing because his body is worth way more than the Pistons trying to, figure out what they're trying to do. And he already knew what they were trying to do, so he already knew it was time. And so, kudos to him for figuring out what the deal was and for saving his energy and not wasting it on this season and on this team. So like, comment, subscribe once again, and I'll see you guys later. Have a blessed day.